Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Alabama Crimson Tide Dynasty here in NCAA 2004. So after simming through week 0, we have moved up to number 22 in the country, and we are taking on Utah State for our first game of the season, our kind of pup game, I guess. This is the game where normally we'd win by about 56 points, but because we are doing the sim viewing, it's probably going to be a much closer game as these sims typically are. So we're moving on ahead now into our first home game against Utah State. And because it's not a televised game, I guess, because no one really cares, we're just getting right into the action, and already we're laying up some absolute ducks to the defense as the Aggies have this one going the other way early on in this ball game. So our quarterback number 12 returning for this season, already making a mistake early on, but nothing else would happen in the first quarter. So already the first 5 minutes are burned, and Utah State's going to start off the second quarter on a 4th and 5, going to keep the offense on the field, try and keep something going here. You know, Utah State's going to go for broke since their season's probably not going to be, all that great in the first place. So they're just going to try and, leave it all on the field, I guess, early on, as early as they can. But they can't complete that 4th down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Number 12's going to hand off to 33, and he's got some open space at the middle of the field, and no one is going to catch him as he's got the speed. 5 touchdown. He's in the end zone, and we have struck first after a first quarter of offensive ineptitude from both teams. We get a nice little run play here from our new starter at the running back position. Obviously, number 21 graduated last season, and now we have number 33, who I believe was behind him. He's not a new recruit. I think he is just, the next in line, if you will. So we don't rebuild, we reload, I guess, right? So now with the ball, again, number 12 is going to dump that one off to 31 as he redirects. Utah State couldn't really wrap up and make the tackle, but we have the first down now, moving further into Aggie territory. We do have some named players we can start calling out now. Going to need the name sheet for them. So we after some negative plays, we were facing a 3rd and 16 with just over 2 minutes left in the first half. Number 12 is going to drop back. Pressure is getting there, but he gets rid of it quickly to the tight end who hauls it in, and he's got almost a first down. He just about gets there, but can't quite get the rest of what we need. So we're going to bring out the field goal unit on 4th and 1 and bring out the freshman kicker here, making his first attempt for the Crimson Tide. He's going to send this one up, and it is good as he splits the uprights. That's kind of a longer one, too. We haven't really seen a lot of long ones made in this dynasty so far, so it's nice to see that we have a kicker with a little bit of leg here that can convert some of those. So 10-0 is your score against Utah State here, but Utah State with 1:20 left to go, and they're going to try and pick up something huge here and maybe get some points before the half is over. Their offense has been silenced for the first half here, but they finally get themselves a nice big chunk of yardage here in crunch time. Quarterback on the move, lines that went up to a big receiver, man. He is massive. Utah State's got some big boys on their side, don't they? So Utah State now cooking inside of Crimson Tide territory, but they're now facing a 3rd and very long with just under a minute left to go in the half. Number 14 drops back, steps up, and makes a throw here to number 83, who was kind of caught in a mess of players. It's kind of like a receiver screen, but just never really fully developed, and our defense covered that one well. So now a 4th and 5 coming up for the Utah State Aggies as the clock is going to continue to roll here for the Aggie offense. Now coming down to just about 20 seconds left. They're just burning a lot of time. You'd think they'd be playing for maybe a field goal or something, but they do pick up the first down. So they remember they couldn't convert the 4th down earlier in the game, and now they finally picked one up. So 1st and 10 is it's going to be, as now timeouts are called. Conserve the clock here at 14 seconds. Going to take one more shot to the end zone if at all possible, or no, they're going to try and throw the out route here to number 3, and he could not haul it in as that one hit him in the hand. So with 9 seconds left to go, Utah State's going to take this one under center. Number 14 drops back, steps up in the pocket, and gets crushed. Gets absolutely sacked, man, and crushed. And so they're going to call a timeout and keep the offense on the field on 3rd and 14 and not go for the field goal. Number 14 wants it all to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, an Aggie touchdown. There's a flag on the field, but Alabama's going to get called here for a roughing the passer, and so that one's going to get declined, and Utah State's going to take a late first half touchdown to cut the lead to just 3 now, pending an extra point. A humongous play for the Utah State offense after our defense had looked pretty much untouchable in the first half, but Utah State evens the score just a little bit here. So 7-10 is your score heading into the second half. Now, we're going to need to do something here on offense, but we are unable to as Utah State now starts things off. But number 14 is going to lay up an interception now to our middle linebacker, just standing firm in the middle of the field. He's kind of been everywhere today with a tackle, a sack, and a pick. So, good day for him so far. He gets us the ball back. But again, after some negative plays, the offense is moving backwards. On a 3rd and 14, we're going to put the running back in motion, number 12, by himself in the backfield. He's going to drop back. It's a clean enough pocket here, steps up in it, and releases across the middle of the field, and that one is caught just shy of the first down. So Utah State stands firm here with their 3rd down defense. We're going to bring out the kick unit again. This one, another kind of long shot here, and plenty of leg here, but just did not have the direction for it as Ferguson pushes this one. It looks like maybe to the left, and so 10-7 is going to remain your score here late in the 3rd quarter, as neither team can really do much right now. And so delayed handoff to 33, and he's making some things happen on the ground yet again. And man, he's been a bad man so far down. 6 rushes, man, already 83 yards, averaging almost 14 yards a carry. How are you not running the ball every play, man? And so time is now expiring in the 3rd quarter. We got to try and get into the end zone. We have plenty of time still in the game, but ultimately trying to move a little bit fast here. So nice pickup on the play, but there is a flag and a holding call. So playing some undisciplined football here at home in the first game of the season. Sick Naaman got to get a handle on his guys. Some pretty crucial penalties kind of sidelining the momentum of this team as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. 10-7 still your score, and now we're going to be fighting an uphill battle. It's 2nd and 18. Number 12 rolls out, lets that one go, and he finds an open man, and into the end zone he goes. Number 12 drops that one perfectly into the basket over 2 defenders' heads. I mean, just a perfect throw here. Moves away from some pressure here, releases that one, and finds one of our new recruits into the end zone. Look at the swag that the game gave him, man. The red tape on the shoes here, on the ankles, the visor. He is decked out, man. So 3rd and 3 for Utah State. It's going to be a kind of crunch time for them, as they're kind of desperate to get the ball moving here, and they just about get the first down, and they're going to give it to them. And so now Utah State's going to run the hurry up because they need 10 points here in about 2.5 minutes. And so the quarterback's going to step way back. It's a far draw back, and he unloads this one. Somehow gets that through about 2 or 3 different Crimson Tide defenders. I don't know how on earth he got that one through, but he did. And that one's hauled in. And so Utah State's got a lease on life here from about the Crimson Tide 11. So 14's dropping back, and pressure comes off the edge. He somehow gets rid of the football, and it's caught for a touchdown. So the pressure comes on. It was a perfectly executed blitz, and somehow just a second too late. And look at this, 2 guys off of the edges and get right to the quarterback. I have no idea how he got that one. Found an open man. It wasn't even open. It was double coverage. Just really poor on our defense. So 3rd and 10 here. Utah State really needs the ball back, and they need to stop us here. For some reason, we're trying to throw for it, not run for it. Number 12 absolutely airmails that one about 5 yards out of bounds. So Utah State is going to get the football back with 1:32. They are now in the driver's seat. A field goal will tie it, and a touchdown will win it. So on 3rd and 10, our defense is standing tall right now on their heads. Got to get the big stop here. So the quarterback's going to drop back. He's got all day to throw. Wants the home run ball, and that one is batted around and fortunately lands safely to the grass. That one was played dangerously by our DBs, but fortunately it was batted down to the ground. So on 4th and 10, Utah State's keeping the offense on the field. 14 drops back, finds an open man, and he is brought down well short of the marker, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And so we are going to have the football back yet again. You would think that might be victory formation, but because of the timeout situation, Utah has held us now, only burning off about 10 seconds off the clock, not even, and it's 3rd and 4. We got to pick up the first down for victory formation, and Utah State's defense stands firm as they trap number 33 well behind the line. It was a great play by number 37 there. It looks like a linebacker maybe, but he's probably an edge. So time is going to expire away now. They can't stop the clock again, so we're going to bring the kicking unit to make this maybe a 6-point game, but Ferguson can't convert that one either, as that one falls short of the goalpost. We didn't get far enough for within his range, so score remains a 3-point game with 20 seconds. We're going to give them the ball at about the 40 or 45 yard line. Their own 40 or 45 yard line. A very questionable call by Sick Naaman. I'm not sure about that. I maybe would have tried to punt it, maybe at least take the touchback and start them off at the 20, but either way. So Utah State's finally moving the football. They get a humongous conversion here, and now they are past midfield, but they have to hurry up quickly as the clock's going to stop for the first down, and they all got back up to the line before the ref could spot the ball. So they're going to lose a second off of the spike. So with 10 seconds now, they are in the driver's seat. They just need about 5 or 10 more to maybe try a field goal, or they could try and get into the end zone on 1 or 2 plays. So they got their options about them. So it's 2nd and 10 seconds. The pressure is on, and again he gets rid of the football and has to check it down to, I think, the running back, and he hauls that one in, but because of where he's out on the field, the time is just going to expire. The time is going to keep rolling after the replay. And Utah State's going to have to try and get back up to the line, but I don't think they're going to have anywhere near enough time. There's probably only about 5 or 4 seconds left in the game. And here we go, as you see, 2-1, nothing, man. That's going to be it. Utah State cannot pull off the comeback. They had plenty of opportunities, really don't deserve to win that game. But, I mean, you could say the same thing about us. We don't deserve to win that game. A very, very sloppy game here in the first game of the season. Doesn't bode well for the rest of the season if that's how we're playing against a team like Utah State, who's probably only going to win maybe a couple games all year long, and it's just a brutal way to start kind of this year off if you are us, the Crimson Tide. So, but we will take a win, man. We're going to take all the ones that we can get. Utah State even outgained us quite considerably here. They only rushed for 2 yards, though, so that's kind of the big difference, is we were able to run the football pretty effectively here. Neither team could really convert on 3rd down. Pretty bad on 3rd down all around. It's pretty typical for for both of us. But unfortunately, unable to do much more with that here. Utah State kind of controlling the game in a lot of different aspects, but number 12 is a horrendous day to start off his junior campaign, as he goes 6 for 12 with only 94 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Just a terrible, terrible game. And then 90 yards from a running back, which is great, and a touchdown. So great start for him as a starter now in his 2nd or 3rd year. It's a great year for him. So the line also did some good things. Our left guard, of course, putting on the numbers that we know he's good for putting on. The defense did decently well as well. Can't be too mad about the defense. Moving on ahead, but we're going to have to fixate and look ahead now to the rest of our schedule. It's not going to be an easy one. This was supposed to be our easy game, and it really wasn't done all that easily. And then, Ferguson in his first game as a kicker, not great. So heading back to the Hub World, again, looking ahead to the season, we did win our FCS game, only by 10 points, not a great look, but we did kind of hand Kentucky the business on the road in our first SEC game, and so that brings us into Week 5 on the road against number 17 Southern Miss, who is also undefeated. So we move up in the rankings to 14 from 22 at the start of this video, and this is going to be a humongous matchup as we have to play Southern Miss, I think out of Conference USA, I think at this time. So they are number 17 in the country. They are undefeated, so this is absolutely no slouch. And if you can even look at their national rankings, they're a lot higher than 17 would suggest, and we are not. So this game means quite a lot to both teams. It could be a real tone setter for the season as well. So we're going to need everybody in Southern Miss, man, to help root us on after the tough performance. Hope to see y'all there.